Good evening to everyone. My name is Nelson Bayona. I'm studying a bachelor in foreign English language and I belong to the CAO Bogota. So I'm going to present to you all some techniques to produce the TH sound as well as its manner and place of articulation. So first of all, let's begin talking about the place of articulation. Actually, this specific sound, the TH sound, have two different ways to pronounce it. The first one, which is the first that I'm going to start commenting, is quite close to the D in Spanish, which is putting the tip of the tongue into your teeth and pronouncing from the throat, a little sound which is kind of the okay, and the other one is the TH sound, which is voiceless, but you use the same position, but you don't pronounce any sound in it, which is the only sound that you can hear on it is the spelling out of the earth. That's gonna be explained in a moment, but in the meanwhile I'll begin with the TH sound, which is close to the D in Spanish. So this TH sound, which is close to the D in Spanish, is a voiced sound which occurs on the dental part of the mouth. That is also an oral sound which is produced when the tip of the tongue, which is the lower articulator, is placed between the teeth, implying a very soft contact with the two articulator parts over there. Once the tip of the tongue is placed between the two dental articulators, the airflow coming out from the inner part through the larynx makes a vibration on the throat. So this forces the airflow being spelled out into the teeth. Other thing that I could say is that the position of the consonant into a word in the written part can be on the initial, on the middle, or at the end of the word. I am going to give some little examples. Those are going to be in the initial part. Some examples can be this, that, the, and thy. Little examples positioning the TH voiced sound on the initial part of the word can be though, there, they. On the middle part can be within, leather, father. And on the final part could be with smoothie and soothie. Now, on the other hand, we have the TH voiceless sound. That is also an oral sound, which is produced when the tip of the tongue, which is the lower articulator, is placed between the teeth, implying a very soft contact with the two articulator parts over there. So you cannot feel the vibration by putting your hand over your throat. Means that if you put your hand over your throat, you couldn't be able to feel that vibration, which indicates that it is actually a voiceless sound. As not vibration is made, the only sound that you can hear from that consonant is the spelling out of the airflow between the teeth. The positioning of the consonant into a word can be on the initial, as in think, thirst, thin, on the middle, as on ether, lethal, author, and at the end of the word can be health, earth, path, and some examples of it could be thing, thought, thank. TH pronunciation is a fricative sound, which is a consonant sound that is produced by bringing the mouth into the position to block the passage of the air stream, but not making complete closure, so that the air moving through the mouth generates audible friction. A fricative sound involves a close approximation of the two articulators so that the airstream is partially obstructed and a turbulent airflow is produced. So now I'm going to mention some strategies or techniques, to improve the pronunciation on the TH sound. So the first one is to practice, the TH itself, as those sounds are like the D sound, and the other one, which is just spelling out air between the teeth. Then the second one is practicing with syllables. It means, try to review some syllables, which implies the use of the TH sound either on the V, or on the other one, which is such as they, though, or if. So the importance of this is to get comfortable with the pronunciation, get familiar with it. Then other technique could be to practice the sound words, make a list, like a sort of group, and try to place those words from any vocabulary to get the practice on it, like both, bath, path, north, moth, mouth. Okay, so you can also design some flashcards, in order to get used to the pronunciation, or get the better on the accuracy of the pronunciation itself. As well as you may practice with some pronunciation into the sentences, so adding this type of vocabulary words into a sentence and apply it. Let's say, for example, they both have a, and you complete on the gap, on the blank gap, with any other word that could be, let's say, bath. So let's suppose that the completely phrase goes like, they both have a bath and they both have a mouth, and so on. So that could be another strategy, to improve the pronunciation on it. Then you may practice the TH, like telling little stories. So the guy, the person who is learning how to pronounce it, could make up a little telling story and implying those TH words, vocabulary words, into the beginning of the story, in the middle, and of the end, and placing as well as the TH words or pronunciations on the initials, middle, and end of the word itself. And then finally you may use this TH sound, either both, on in a conversation, on a informal or formal conversation, like trying to get used to the context of using this appropriate, accurate pronunciation, and getting more familiar to it. Is just how to be comfortable with the pronunciation, and of course with the positioning of the tongue between the teeth, and how to make the expressions of the words or the sentences or whatever thing that I am going to use specifically in an oral conversation that may be informal or formal, and so on. So those strategies that I'm exposing, that I'm presenting to here, are about to be a very useful tool and key recommendations for improving pronunciation with a TH. Those are the ones that I found it myself. TH tongue twister. I thought a thought, but the thought I thought wasn't the thought I thought I had thought. If the thought I thought had been the thought I thought, so I wouldn't have thought what I thought.